All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is When Woke Liberals Realize That Donald Trump Won. Guys, let's go ahead and jump into this here. I expect massive on top of massive meltdowns.
No! Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
I just don't understand.
Whoa! Buddy!
A female president, like...
Bro, she spit all over the whole, like, dashboard of the car, guys.
I understand why we can't have a female president. Like, why not?
Okay.
Like, how much more qualified and intelligent and, like...
Establishment.
Perfect for the position do we have to be?
Oh.
Like, why?
Oh, she's the victim.
I can't believe Trump's
she's the victim, guys.
actually gonna win this thing.
White dudes for Harris?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
God
That's a lot of... That's... We may have to censor that one there, guys.
United States.
The U.S. president is Donald Trump.
I mean, bro, we'll just be happy.
Girlies, I just want to know, I have been studying Kamala's charts, and it looks like she is not only going to win, but she is going to be winning a second term. The next 8 years in her chart look really, really strong. Trump's not so much.
Okay, so I was wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of astrologers were wrong. A lot of us were wrong.
Because most of the astrology people are going to be of the feminine orientation, right? So that generally tends to be the people who care about, are you a Leo rising or that nonsense? Are you a Sagittarius? I don't care, bro. Right? But either way, a lot of the individuals that actually enjoy or kind of engage in that nonsense are generally women, and women loved Kamala Harris. So, yeah.
But if you think that right now is the time to tell me that you don't believe in astrology, who gives a about astrology right now, dude?
Right.
Who literally cares about that?
I'll say that every day.
That is like the least of our worries.
You're right.
This is my career. I have built a life off of reading the stars for people and getting it right. But if you're going to come into my comments and complain that, well, I'm no longer going to believe in astrology after this. Who gives a for real? Let's be for real right now. That is the last.
I mean, but you just said that's your career, so it's important to you. So you technically really give a, of
our worries. My mom can't lose her Social Security. We can't lose our Medicaid, our Medicare. There are real things happening in the world right now. And I know that, like, you guys think this is some big gotcha, but I don't give a if you think astrology is not real right now, because there's real life happening in this country.
Bro, is that somebody? Bro, do we have a secondary person crying in the background? Oh, this is intriguing.
Where Donald J. Trump wins all 3 of the blue wall states.
He won them in 2016.
We're not in 2016. We have seen his reaction to. We've seen January 6th insurrection. We've seen 2 impeachments. We've seen 34 felony convictions. This is not 2016.
If it was that close, you guys should be putting this thing away if that was the case.
Hey girlies, so just so you know, IUDs will last throughout the entirety of his presidency. So if you want to have somewhat of a choice over your body, you should probably go get one.
Look, I wasn't going to sleep, but do y'all see this? Do you see it?
Yeah, we saw it.
Let me move in close.
Yeah, we were there.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Do y'all see that?
Yeah, that's called a blowout.
What is going on, Trump 2024? I wasn't going to sleep until I see it, and look what I see. Look what I see. It is over. He flipped the world red. It is over.
Guys, I think this is more of a testament to how much people actually dislike the overall messaging that is coming, from the current Democrat Party, right? Like, just listen to the messaging, and if it doesn't resonate with you, That's okay, because I think that's normal based off of the votes that happened this time here, guys, right? I think this pretty much solidified that the ideologies that are constantly being pushed are meaningless to the masses.
Trump 24.
Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week or 12-week, I think theirs might be 12 weeks, but it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity.
So basically vote for her because she's a fellow woman, right? Under no circumstance should you break the sister code. Why would you do that?
That white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
I mean, bro, the overwhelming majority of women are not out here waiting in line to basically delete their baby. Kamala Harris's exclusive point, it seemed, was that one specific thing. So, you cannot expect for every single woman to just immediately identify with that one singular point that Kamala Harris drove down everyone's throats consistently.
The thing to me is that if this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. We're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends. You have pro-life women dying because their doctors are scared to treat them because of the repercussions of his last presidency. How did we get here? How did we get here? To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country, it's so terrifying. It's so terrifying.
Okay, here's the problem, guys. The 1% of issues that she's actually mentioning, less than 1% of issues do not negate or completely undervalue, let's say, the other 99 or above 99%. Okay. Terrible things happen on Earth. In fact, terrible things happen in the United States of America, but on what psychotic planet should we be on where the 1% or less than 1% dictate a single thing that the 99% of the other cases or instances are actually valid or viable?
How could you do this? How can you claim to be a Christian or anyone of moral values and support someone when every word out of his mouth is hate, when he wants to pardon people who took over the Capitol? You do not do this to people that you love and care about. If you have a woman in your life, if you have an LGBTQ person in your...
Okay, so basically what she's saying here, let me go ahead and translate this for intelligence. Your vote is not, and shouldn't be your vote. Basically, what she's saying here is that you need to loan out your vote to other causes and other things that actually have nothing to do with you because of, feelings.
In your life, if you have anyone in your life who's not white, how did we get here? Someone tell me, please.
Did you guys know I wasn't white? Let me know in the comments if you knew I wasn't white, because,
Someone really tell me, please. Because the only way I see it is that, either he cheated and that was his secret.
Let me guess. It's rigged?
Or this country is built on so much hate, and we might never get out of this. If you voted for him, you are dead to me.
Okay.
Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit.
I honestly wouldn't even block you because I don't care enough about that, right? You have your own opinion. I'm completely fine with knowing you have your own opinion. Listen, my family members voted all types of ways. Seriously. All right. I do not care who you vote for. It's completely fine. Please. I'm not going to block you or delete you or anything like that. Why would I do that? You are an individual person. Your needs, hopefully you're utilizing your vote to represent things that actually, affect and are going on in your life. Let's say those type of things. Don't loan your vote under any circumstance. But, as long as you're doing that, I have no problem, guys. Do you think?
I really don't. I really don't.
You're American, right?
Donald Trump, I've known a long time. He will self-destruct. The problem that I see is not Trump. The problem is that those that can be appealed to in this way and how we've got to bring this country together. And we cannot do it by being like January 6th ourselves. There would not be a January 6th on our side. We will deal with this in a dignified way and try to put the pieces together. So we've lost, but we lost a battle. The war is not over.
Well, Rev, let's talk about, you talked about gender and race. Let's talk about race. Donald Trump fared very well with Hispanic voters, especially Hispanic men. The numbers are coming in still a little early, but I think he did better with black men than was expected in the past. What do you think pushed that, especially with the Hispanic voters going for Donald Trump as much as they did? Because that made a big difference.
I think that a lot of it was he was able to sell a lot of Hispanic voters that immigration was a threat to them, that some of the people coming across the border was a threat to them.
That's incredibly accurate.
I think that we've got to be honest. Among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny. And I think that we've got to...
Are we still listening to this man? That's one though. Like, who exactly does this person represent? Like, at one time, like in the 90s, he was everywhere. Reverend Al Sharpton. Somehow he was like the superhero for black people, right, in America, where people would go to him to ask, his very specific opinion about black people for some reason. No one elected this man king of anything. Okay, that's what you know this for a second here. And for you just to blatantly say that the reason is because misogyny. Bro, what are you talking about? Okay, what are you even saying right now? But you know what? Okay, listen. Black men that have not been neutered are generally extremely conservative. Like, I mean this thoroughly. Like, if they were raised in two parent households, they were raised decently. They weren't raised around like a lot of craziness, let's say, then they generally tend to be, moderately conservative. Even if you go back to specifically West Africa during the African diaspora, you'll realize instantly that every single country over there is excessively conservative. Extremely. But you know what? Do your thing, bro.
To deal with the reality that he appealed to this whole false macho thing that some black men and some Latino men.
False macho masculinity is what he's referring to.
And for
probably. Brad, guys, they just called it. They just called it for Pennsylvania, Charlie. It has
Fox
been
just called.
Reporting it. Let's go, baby.
Charlie, what
Trump
is the
back
number?
In the White House.
What is the number? Is that it?
Happened. Remember where you were when you realized that the Uniparty and all of these, just the establishment.
Just like everyone started dancing. Just in case we won Pennsylvania. I said I wouldn't even talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Tasty Cake.
He just won Pennsylvania. Who said
showing 90%?
A little bit better in some key. He won Pennsylvania. He won.
He won.
I told you. I told you. In 2016 and 2020.
This is going crazy, y'all. He going crazy, crashing out.
I told you.
Who reporting it, bro? Hold on. Come on now. Who reporting it? I don't see it nowhere.
He won.
You may get there and any idea.
It's over.
I don't see it.
Bro, go to decision desk. He won.
Yeah, it's just a decision desk.
Bro, it's official. It's done. He won.
They've been watching these
he won
all night as John King has been going back and forth on the magic wall, but they themselves obviously were waiting to see, were there any surprises in store? They were watching closely the gut check of North Carolina and Georgia, obviously.
And if they just say Trump bad, Democrats virtuous, they're going to keep losing because this, again, is so widespread. This is not about just Donald Trump. This is about the Democratic Party and being radically disconnected from the rest of the country.
Guys, really, what this all came down to is a simple thing here. Populism, right? That's what it is. That's what it is, and what it kind of always was. It's the same thing that was happening with Bernie Sanders, like back in the day, guys. I mean, that's just what it is. People seem to be extremely sick and tired of being sick and tired of the status quo, right? Like the establishment Democrats, the establishment Republicans. This is why someone like Trump will consistently win. They understand the formula, but the Democrat Party, the parties of the elite, basically, all they care about is hashtag causes and things like that, and pushing narratives so they can find a way to make more money based off of these narratives, and things like that. The only way for the Democrat Party to win is, they need someone like Bernie Sanders. I think Bernie Sanders and Trump would have been absolutely crazy. If you want to talk about like a wild one, both like populist type people. Yeah, you're going to have to deal with that exclusively. Deal in that going forward, guys.
Look at the map.
And lastly, because I can't believe I didn't hit this community yet, because I'm a part of it, to the women community, to the girlies who actually voted for Trump, to the girlies who are, pro-Trump. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Literally, go for yourself, bitch. I hope you find yourself in a situation where you can't get out of it anymore because you voted for a man that wouldn't even shake hands with a woman.
Fear mongering.
And that's all I have to say to you.
So the news came out that Donald Trump won the presidency again.
It's crazy place.
All you poons that voted for him, y'all make me sick. Y'all doing it for the stimulus. Y'all ain't do nothing good with this first stimulus, so that's really the only reason y'all signed up for it. That's the only thing. It's nothing else. It is what it is. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to get back to hustling.
So obviously he's coming from the standpoint of someone who doesn't have, the stimulus was not a lot of money. Okay. It just wasn't a lot of money. There are individuals who actually would have been affected by Kamala Harris's tax plan, guys. I am one of these individuals. And because she was looking to directly raise my tax bracket, we're done. Like, there's no way I would support someone that is trying to make me pay more money into a system that I do not benefit from. Not really. Not in any meaningful way. Not enough to make up for the amount of money I have to pay in taxes every year. That's for sure. Okay? That is absolutely factual. But either way, let's continue.
Get back to making moves, busting jugs, whatever. I'm getting right to it like nothing happened.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
Really?
I was in the Army. I know what kind of power a president holds. I know how it affects our troops. I know how it affects the families of the troops. We can't talk about politics, in that uniform.
Right.
And that takes away, that's one of the rights that we gave up when we signed the dotted line. It scares me just a little bit just because of the things that I know and the things that I've experienced. I just say that we're just going to have to pray.
You think that's the main thing that takes a hit when somebody like that is in office, or is it more so like the divide amongst the people of people feeling like those old slave owners and those old people that was doing those things, are they back confident again type shit? I ain't never went in no white neighborhood and they was like, yeah, we're back. Like, I never got that vibe. Like, them niggas still kind of hiding they racist shit.
A lot of people talk about that Project 2025. I don't like the plan. And then they talked about for the
What does that have to do with Trump?
police officers, the immunity.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. Now that's wild. Now that's wild work. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that's gonna pass either, though. That's his plan.
That's, again, what does that have to do with Trump? Just because you write the man's name in something.
He just didn't win. He won for fun. He won the electoral. He won the popular vote. He got more votes than last time he was president. Just a total ringing endorsement for the Republicans and Donald Trump, and an indictment against the Democrats. And that's really this rant. A lot of people are asking, like, how did Trump get more votes than he got last time? Well, here's the answer. Because people like myself, independents or moderates, the Democrats gave us no choice. The Democrats gave us no choice. That was the worst campaign, and their pure arrogance and their moral superiority have driven people away. If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're garbage. Enough. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's racists in the party, just like there's crazy people and assholes and racists in the Democratic Party, all right? But millions and millions and millions and millions of people vote for Trump. He won clear, he won decisive. So when you call us that, and when you say that, you're calling the majority of the country racist, Hitlers, Nazis. I don't think you get the words of what that means. You are alienating all this middle ground people by acting like you're better than us, smarter than us, and frankly, insulting our intelligence. Trump's the threat to democracy. That was the entire Democratic campaign. It wasn't about policy because everyone knew we want change. We're not happy with the borders, the Middle East, the economy, inflation. And Kamala consistently said she was no different than Joe Biden, wouldn't do anything different than Joe Biden.
She said that on The Voice, guys. Yeah, this guy here, his message seems to be pretty much mine. I'm, in fact, independent. I look at both sides. If you got something good to say, we will talk about it. In fact, we will definitely have a conversation about it. But I have no party loyalty at all under any circumstance. It will never happen. I think that right there is the beginning to the end for most people. Party loyalty means echo chamber. Echo chamber means you are going to be blind to other information that's coming in. That's going to be a no.
Last person in the room. Her pitch to the people was Trump is Hitler. Trump is bad. He's a dictator. Again, we're not stupid. The Democrats were the one who were saying Joe Biden was mentally fit for 2 years.
The whole time.
Vegetable and couldn't even make it off stage from giving a speech. And the Democrats would lie to our face and say the videos were edited, altered. They weren't. Then after the primary is over, they stage a coup, get rid of Joe, put in Kamala, and suddenly she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Same woman who ran for president got 0 votes. Same woman who can't even answer a question how she's different from Biden. Ran one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen. Just strictly, her entire campaign was fear mongering. What would Trump as a dictator? It'll be the end of democracy. It's garbage. It's garbage. The people pulling the strings in the Democratic Party, get rid of them. They've lost the plot. Tonight is on the Democrats. Congratulations, Donald Trump. I voted for him. And I felt I had no choice but to vote for him for the campaign that the Democrats ran. And it's not just white men.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I want to see this one more time.
No. Why?
Right.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Yes. I'll catch you guys later. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.